Let's talk for a moment about the appraisal process. The first thing to keep in mind is that the sale price and the appraisal amount of a subject property may be very different. You and your client will determine the listing price of a property, but the amount a bank is willing to finance will be based more on the appraisal. In Minnesota, appraisers are required to be licensed or certified, and they're subject to both federal and state oversight. Their actions are also regulated by the FDIC. An appraisal usually begins with an inspection of the property, including the interior and exterior of the structures. While the information an appraiser uses to form the appraisal comes from multiple sources, it should be remembered that appraisals are not definitive statements of value. It's likely two different appraisers wouldn't arrive at the exact same opinion of value, even if they used the same resources. Outside factors can also affect the accuracy of an appraisal, and market shifts of just a few weeks can have a drastic effect on their outcome. There are also factors that may not actually be part of the appraisal that are still sometimes important, such as the client's need to sell a property quickly. Even an appraiser looking backwards at recent comparable homes may not catch nuances and factors that don't show up on paper. There are three main methods appraisers use to determine property value: the sales comparison approach, income approach, and cost approach. The sales comparison approach estimates the value of a property by comparing it to similar properties that have sold in the same market during the same time frame. The income approach estimates property value by taking net income generated by the property and dividing it by the capitalization rate, which is the income that the property is expected to generate. The cost approach is slightly different. It determines the value of a property by looking at what it would cost to replace the property in the current market. This is also referred to as the replacement value. Appraisals usually include the following: the valuation method used, size and condition of structures and permanent fixtures, description of improvements made, including materials used, notes on serious structural weaknesses or issues, notes on the surrounding area, an evaluation of recent market trends that might have an effect on the property's value, and visual evidence like maps, photographs, and sketches to support the appraisal. Now that we've covered the basics, let's dive into the lesson.